He is known for his contributions to logic, the philosophy of mathematics, the philosophy of mind, and the philosophy of language. He is recognized for being considered by some as the greatest philosopher of the 20th century. His name is Ludwig Wittgenstein. In the early 20th century, amidst the intellectual fervor of Vienna, a young philosopher named Ludwig Wittgenstein emerged as a brilliant and enigmatic figure. Born into a wealthy family, Wittgenstein inherited a fortune but chose a path that diverged from material wealth. His philosophical journey would take him from the logical foundations of language to the intricate workings of the human mind. Wittgenstein's early period was marked by the publication of his groundbreaking work, the Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus. In this slim volume, he sought to unravel the logical relationship between language and reality, believing that by doing so, he could solve all philosophical problems. His ideas captivated the intellectual circles of the time, but Wittgenstein's restless mind did not stop there. In a later period, which he referred to as his second act, Wittgenstein underwent a radical transformation in his thinking. He rejected many of the assumptions put forth in the Tractatus and turned his attention to the practical use of language within specific contexts. For him, the meaning of words was not fixed but fluid, shaped by the rules and conventions of a given language game. Beyond his philosophical pursuits, Wittgenstein's life was marked by personal tragedies and moments of introspection. He experienced the devastation of World War I, serving as an officer on the front lines and witnessing the horrors of conflict. In the aftermath, he grappled with severe depression and gave away his inherited fortune, seeking solace in a life stripped of material possessions. Throughout his life, Wittgenstein oscillated between academia and the real world, teaching in remote Austrian villages, serving as a hospital porter during World War II, and working as a laboratory technician. These experiences, while unconventional for a philosopher, shaped his understanding of human nature and influenced his later work. Today, Wittgenstein's legacy endures as one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century. His ideas continue to inspire and challenge scholars across various disciplines. Wittgenstein's exploration of language, logic, and the human mind remains a timeless quest for understanding the complexities of our existence. As Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "My life will recur in exactly identical fashion." In the case of Ludwig Wittgenstein, his life indeed left an indelible mark on the world of philosophy, forever shaping our understanding of language, thought, and the intricate workings of the human mind. Ludwig Wittgenstein, a renowned philosopher of the 20th century, hailed from a remarkable lineage. His family history traces back to his great-great-grandfather Moses Meyer, a Jewish land agent who resided in the Principality of Wittgenstein, Westphalia. In an interesting turn of events, Napoleon's decree in 1808 mandated that everyone, including Jews, adopt an inheritable family surname. Consequently, Moses Meyer's son, also named Moses, took on the name of his employers, the Sayn-Wittgensteins, thus becoming Moses Meyer Wittgenstein. It was Ludwig's paternal grandfather, Hermann Christian Wittgenstein, who sought to distance himself from his Jewish origins by adopting the middle name, Christian. Hermann Christian married Fanny Figder, who converted to Protestantism before their union. Together, they established a prosperous wool trading business in Leipzig. Fanny, Ludwig's grandmother, was even related to the renowned violinist Joseph Joachim. The couple had 11 children, one of whom was Ludwig's father, Karl Otto Clemens Wittgenstein. Karl became an industrial tycoon and, by the late 1880s, ranked among Europe's wealthiest individuals. He held a significant stake in Austria's steel cartel, establishing the Wittgensteins as the second wealthiest family in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, surpassed only by the Rothschilds. Karl was often likened to Andrew Carnegie, an influential figure in the steel industry, and counted him as a friend. By the 1890s, Karl Wittgenstein ranked among the world's wealthiest individuals. Karl's shrewd investment decisions shielded the family from the hyperinflation that plagued Austria in 1922. In 1898, he diversified his investments by allocating substantial resources to the Netherlands, Switzerland, and even overseas ventures, particularly in the United States. However, the family's fortunes declined due to the post-1918 hyperinflation and the subsequent economic downturn of the Great Depression. Nevertheless, even as late as 1938, the Wittgensteins owned an impressive collection of 13 mansions in Vienna alone. Wittgenstein's family history, marked by wealth, cultural diversity, and the pursuit of success, provides a backdrop against which his philosophical ideas unfolded. It offers insight into the influences and experiences that shaped his thinking and worldview, ultimately contributing to his profound contributions to the field of philosophy. Ludwig Wittgenstein, the brilliant philosopher, was born into a family that thrived in Vienna's cultural life. His mother, Leopoldine Maria Josepha Kalmus, known as Poldi, came from a diverse background, with a Bohemian Jewish father and an Austrian-Slovene Catholic mother. Wittgenstein's father, Karl, was a renowned patron of the arts, immersing his children in an atmosphere of humanity and culture. Growing up in the Wittgenstein household, Ludwig was the youngest of 9 siblings, 4 girls, and 5 boys. The family was deeply rooted in Catholicism, with the children receiving formal Catholic instruction from a young age. The household was filled with music, with Johannes Brahms and Gustav Mahler regularly performing in the family's numerous music rooms. Despite the rich cultural environment, Wittgenstein had his own unique perspectives. He held a deep appreciation for music, but he was highly selective about what he considered acceptable. In fact, he once confided in his friend Drury in 1930, stating, "Contemporary music is not to my liking." Music played a significant role in Wittgenstein's life, as he had absolute pitch and a profound devotion to the art form. He often used musical examples and metaphors in his philosophical writings, showcasing his deep understanding and connection to music. Wittgenstein's talent extended beyond appreciation, as he even composed his own music. In 1931, a fragment of one of his compositions was discovered in his notebook, a testament to his musical prowess. Wittgenstein's love for music and his attention to detail and discipline translated into his philosophical work. His precision and analytical approach allowed him to unravel complex concepts and probe the depths of language and reality. His philosophy, influenced by his upbringing and personal experiences, continues to offer profound insights for navigating the complexities of daily life. Ludwig Wittgenstein grew up in a family with a complex and troubled background. The Wittgenstein family was known for their musical talents, with Ludwig's eldest brother, Hans, being hailed as a musical prodigy. However, tragedy struck when Hans disappeared in May 1902, under mysterious circumstances, most likely having taken his own life. The loss of Hans deeply affected the family, and it was just the beginning of a series of devastating events. 2 years later, another brother, Rudi, also succumbed to the darkness that seemed to haunt the family. Rudi, aged 22 and studying chemistry at the Berlin Academy, took his own life in a Berlin bar. He left behind several suicide notes, expressing his grief over the loss of a friend and referring to his perverted disposition. Rudi had sought advice from an organization campaigning against laws that prohibited homosexual sex, highlighting the struggles he faced in a society that did not accept his true identity. The tragedies did not end there. Ludwig's second eldest brother, Kurt, was an officer and company director. As World War I drew to a close, Kurt found himself in a position of despair. The Austrian troops under his command refused to obey his orders and deserted en masse. Overwhelmed by this betrayal and carrying what his mother described as the germ of disgust for life within himself, Kurt took his own life, just before the war's end. These heartbreaking events shed light on the temperament that seemed to run through the Wittgenstein family. Psychiatrist Michael Fitzgerald suggests that their father, Karl, was a harsh perfectionist lacking empathy, while Ludwig's mother, Hermine, was anxious and insecure, unable to stand up to her husband. The family's strong streak of depression and the pressure they felt to excel in their father's industrial empire took a heavy toll. The story of Ludwig Wittgenstein's family background serves as a reminder of the importance of understanding and addressing mental health issues. It highlights the devastating consequences that can arise from neglecting emotional well-being and the importance of empathy and support within families. It also emphasizes the need for society to be more accepting and inclusive, recognizing the harmful impact of societal norms and prejudices. As we navigate our daily lives, we can learn from the Wittgenstein family's experiences. We should strive to create an environment where mental health is prioritized, where individuals are accepted and supported regardless of their sexual orientation or identity. By fostering empathy, understanding, and open dialogue, we can help prevent such tragic outcomes and build a more compassionate society.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.